The Prime Minister has also been very clear that Canada's relationship is one where we have to build resilience ourselves. We need to work with the United States on a security and economic arrangement that is good for Canada, but we also think that that can be good for the United States as well. And absolutely, I think that, having been Canada's longest serving trade minister now, I leave my post having accomplished that. But what took place there is just an enormous amount of negotiations and excellent trade agreements. I mean, Canada has access to over 60% of the world's economy, including over 60% of those very APEC members today, who we count as trading partners, many who are in the CPTPP, and where Canada was its chair last year. And that work of not only negotiating agreements, but really the work is getting Canadian companies into those markets, attracting those joint ventures or those partnerships in Canada so that we can create partnerships together, invest together, and we have agreements that give us that predictable, reliable trade environment that I know businesses often tell me is so important to them.
Mary, speaking of realignment and trade diversification, we are hearing a growing focus, particularly from the EU, to find some sort of a structured approach to work with the CPTPP. In fact, I reached out to the EU Commission as well, and the spokesman for trade telling me that they are very interested in exploring the possibility of growing that cooperation with that bloc. And given that so many of the countries within the CPTPP are part of APEC as well, do you think that this is really the next track here? And what can growing cooperation look like? Are we actually talking about entry into the free trade agreement?
Well, I have some insight in this as Canada was the chair of the CPTPP last year. This year it is with Australia, and Canada is both a member of both CETA, which is a trade agreement Canada has with the European Union, as well as a member of the CPTPP. I think today, in the overall global trading environment, what I think companies are really looking for, entrepreneurs are looking for, countries indeed are looking for, they're looking for resilient and reliable partners. They're looking for they're looking for those trade agreements to be the predictable agreements that give their companies in our respective countries and as trading partners that predictability in order to do business with each other, so that if you're counting on a supply chain partner in any one of those trading countries, that you really can count and take to the bank, if you will, on those trading agreements and the terms that you've negotiated. So it would not surprise me in the least that that those discussions may advance between the European Union and the CPTPP partners. Of course, CPTPP makes decisions on a consensus basis. This year, as I said, Australia is the chair, and no doubt that those conversations that certainly have already started will advance, I suspect, this year.